Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. Today I'd like to talk about future classics and what will they be. Now it's very, very hard to predict the future. It's very hard. And it's not easy, but there are some rules you can use to help increase your odds of success. And I'm going to actually draw a few parallels with the classic car market. Classic cars being like 1960s onward sort of cars, like Jaguar E-Types, Mercedes convertibles, Ferrari Dino, things like that. And we're going to have a look and see what future classics do I see in the watch market. So let's have a talk about what do I see as future wristwatch classics. And I think the first rule of thumb is you have to go to a maker who makes, you've got to go to a top-end maker. There's no point going to a bullshit brand. And some of these bullshit brands are like Gerard Perregaux. They're like Zenith. They're like, those sort of brands. Baume & Mercier, that sort of shit. It's not really going to be that iconic. Watches is all about snobbery. Do you understand? It's snobbery. And I really think you've got to look at the model, the brand, and then make sure the watch that you're considering to become a future classic is one of their iconic models. For example, my case, what I think will become a classic is my Patek 5107. I really think that has got future classic status on it. Why do I say that? Well, number one, it's a Calatrava, which is Patek's most iconic type of model. The next thing about it is that it's very retro. It's got those beautiful Delphine hands. It's done very, very retro, but with a very modern twist. It's 37 mil, so it's a nice, good size. And something that's very rare on it is that it has crown guards. That's right. The 5107 has got crown guards, which is it's kind of a sports watch sort of thing. So that model there, the 5107, when you also consider the fact that they are not making the 5107 anymore, it was replaced by the 5127. I think the 5107's got huge investment potential because it's a top brand. Patek is a great brand. It's a Calatrava model, which is their most iconic bread and butter model. It's a very retro-y, gorgeous looking piece with a modern twist. The nice big size, 37 mil, and also it's got the crown guards, which is very unusual. The fact that it's also been superseded by the 5127 makes the 5107, I think, investment grade collectability. And we'll have to wait and see how it goes there, but I think the 5107, they made less 5107s than 5127s, which was the replacement to the 5107. So I really think the 5107 has got the potential of really going through the roof in price. Okay, let's talk about another watch that I think will become a classic. And this watch is actually the Patek 5035 annual calendar. It's the first annual calendar ever released in the world. Before this model, there was only perpetual calendars and triple dates. So this was a really revolutionary model. And it's quite amazing that this model was released in the late 90s. So it's not that old. The 5035, in my opinion, has got investment status written all over it. It's like the classic E-Type Jaguar. They had the Series 1, the Series 1.5, the Series 2, the Series 3. But the most collectible is the first incarnation. because it's the original Jaguar. It got fat and bloated as time went on. The 5035 is very much like that. It's the first annual calendar. It was the model which did not have a moon phase or a power reserve, so it's quite unique, and it had beautiful Roman numerals on it. And the replacement, the current model to that is the 5146, which uses Arabics, which I don't think is as pretty. And I think the 5035, the only negative is it's 37mm, which for a complicated piece could be conceived as being a little bit small, but I'm ready to take that punt because they're a great buy on the second-hand market. And it's got the flip side that down the track, it'll be still the first annual calendar ever released. So it's got huge investment potential. And I really think that model there will be a fantastic investment. I think you will see prices of it keep pace with the 3940 perpetual calendar. That's what I think will happen. So it'll become a $40,000 watch secondhand in the auction houses. So fuck you. I know how to pick these fuckers. And yeah, that's my opinion. That's two classics that I think will be there. And I'm going to add one more quick classic, and this is a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date. I really, really think that's also going to become a classic because it's a steel, large size Reverso, and it's just so beautifully done. And I think that model there, they don't make it anymore. It's got investment potential written all over it, and I think Reversos are such a cool thing. They will be a very, very desirable piece. The larger size Reversos, they'll be very, very collectible, especially in steel on a leather strap, and especially when they've got that beautiful, beautiful movement on them. And I think this is the key. It's the beauty, the aesthetics, which makes these pieces such great investments. I'm Archie Luxury. That's 3 investments I would like you to take a punt on. Let's talk in 10 years' time and you can tell me how right I was. See you later, fuckers.